All right, well, welcome back to Lift for Dead Garage and the, what I call this thing? Something train? Fail Camino, that's what it is. Call it something else too. Yeah, anyway, I want to start jumping on pulling this 5.3 out. I drained the coolant the other day for the most part. I'm sure there's probably 3 or 9 gallons still in the motor, which sucks, but I'll take a old hose from over there and just loop the water mix around. That should slow it for the most part. Just try to keep it off the shop floor. I gotta go in there and get the converter bolts and finish pulling this starter. I'm just gonna unhook the harness and just lay it over here in the corner somewhere. And, one thing at a time, slowly comes back out. So hang out with us and we'll get this thing out and see what the heck broke in there.
Competition Products, your source for hardcore engine parts for street, strip, and oval track. Our free catalog is packed with hundreds of product lines from the best-known manufacturers in the performance industry. Lowest prices guaranteed. Free shipping and handling on all orders over $149 in the continental U.S. Need expert advice? Our knowledgeable staff is just a phone call away. Competition Products, race parts sold by racers since 1970.
All right, we got some help on this one because Charlie felt bad for me. But I got the converter bolts loose and all the bell housing bolts loose, or removed rather. Those two sensors are unplugged. I pull the plug wires, pull the headers, and start unplugging crap, laying the harness over that way, pull the whole intake manifold. He's pulling hoses. This one's loose. I can get the radiator up and out of the way. I got to unplug. Luckily, I did plugs on the fans, so
that would be helpful.
There's probably a couple things that's zip tied or attached, power wires and things of that sort, but we'll get there when we get there. That's where we're at the moment. I guess I'll just let it record and do a time lapse and see you at the end, I guess.
Cue the Benny Hill music.
Still Cletus's music. Basically got the motor out. I'm gonna start tearing this thing apart. Got the accessories off, water pump off. I'm gonna pull this balancer, pull the timing cover, valve cover, cylinder heads, all that stuff. But then we'll flip it over and you'll see it when we see it. I don't know what happened in there, but the piston looks cockeyed and it's brown. All right, this is number 8. See all the crap down in there? I don't know what that is. You see how this cylinder looks very weird, unlike the others. You also see that little, my light must be kicking. You see the little cross looking deal? Pretty well up and down, left to right. And if you take a look at that one, not so much. And I don't know if the dot is completely pointed the wrong way. See, the dot's front, front, front. That dot's in the back. So I don't really know what happened to spin it around like that. There is a fresh, if you look up there in that top corner, you'll see like a fresh little nick. The piston's definitely cockeyed. You can see the ring on this side over here. So something broke and got a little markage right here, so might have kissed the valve.
Rotate. Flip her over.
Fail Camino is what I officially call it.
Fail Camino.
Man, I should do this out there. You hear jinglies in there.
Yep. It's got jingly bits.
These in the box. One of these days I'm gonna buy a mop. Bucket.
Just could accumulate more parts.
Probably wash
We're
parts
trying
out. Alrighty. Pretty sure I got all the bolts. I thought the gasket stuck to the ring. Ugh, got the windows tray. What is all that pan? Like, look down in there.
Mm-hmm.
Holy moly.
Bad news bears.
Well, that's an Allen. That's a 13. Dun dun dun. You won't even spin on the big end. There's rod giblets down in there. I think it got the sleeve. There's marks all over that rod. Piston's cockeyed. Son of a gun. Hope it didn't hit that camshaft. Alright. Well, I'll pull this rod cap off and we'll see if we can knock it out of there. Minus my blood. Alright. Well, the rod bearings did look good. I mean, it had a little wear on it, but Yeah, I'm bleeding. There's what knocked the hole in the block, I imagine. It's awful smooth. And if you ever heard of a crack cap rod, that's what that is. They score them and they snap them off. And they're perfectly matched to one another. Yes, I'm bleeding. YouTube's gonna demonetize me for but I'm gonna knock this piston out. See, the rod bearings look pretty good. Bleeding like crazy. Giblets. That piston looks way weird. That color.
Even down the side of it. The color and discoloration there.
I mean, it didn't stick a ring though. I mean, you think all that force would have pinched the ring land. It's got a crack here.
It's got scoring on the skirt.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's all she wrote, folks.
Discoloration. I mean, even if it was flooded, it shouldn't be brown. It would be black, right?
I would think so. We're still holding a tad of moisture or
But
something.
even if that was the case, this right here, it shouldn't have been enough to discolor that. Between the land between.
I don't know what that is. You know what it is? Broke. Well,
I know what's gonna happen. Not happen. It ain't gonna run again.
what a shame. This motor was so good too. Till Joe brought it here.
But it's still got that brown in the. If you look down, come around here, and you can see right here, it's still got that brown discoloration there. It's real. It's weird.
Look over the flex plate real good. Much of the beating that stuff took. Sure ain't got no teeths going. Alright, well I'm gonna clean up and we'll pull this we'll pull the balancer and get the oil pump off and pull the camshaft out. Safely store it somewhere. I have to dig out all my homemade LS balancer puller stuff. Alright, well let's see if we can get this this balancer and oil pump and cam and all that fun junk out of here. I'm gonna go over here and dig up my my puller. Can't remember what my homebrew method of puller tool was. I don't necessarily know if I bought one. Can't remember. It's been a minute. Let me drag it out. Still got to clean this pan out. There's some who knows what inside that thing. Let's see. Let me get a socket. I think that thing's a 27. Maybe I'm wrong. Look at that thing. If I'm getting it with the shorty. Yeah. Alright. Brand new bolt. I think I managed to get a 3-jaw puller on it. Yeah. We can get a 3-jaw on that thing. Let me switch these around. My installer is homemade. The whole setup, but I'll show you that when we go to install it. Also have a homemade pre-lube engine primer, oil system primer, pre-luber, whatever you want to call it. Got a custom LS balancer bolt. I turned down this diameter so the balancer, this actually fits through the middle of the balancer, and then kind of sort of spot faced this right here so it's flat, and you know, then this edge here doesn't let the puller walk off of it, so it sits in there but it won't let it go anywhere. That hurt. That hurt a lot. And then you just keep pulling and the balancer will slide right over that bolt. That there, something stabbed me in the finger. All right, got the puller on there. That's pretty centered. See, the crank bolt stays in there, and the diameter is smaller than the bore of this balancer, so it works out. Brand new oil pump. Need to find something clean to put that in. Use this wheelwood box. There we go. All right, camshaft, got a lock plate on there. Find something to put this camshaft in. That's the stock. I'm gonna see it. Let me get a bolt. Spin this thing over. The lifter tray's out. Forgot about that part. But this will push all the lifters up into the trays and take that cam plate off. Yeah, that thing's new. Little O-rings, not hurt, so we'll set it in the oil pump box. Gently. Now I had no idea what cam was in this motor, but I didn't really want to know this bad, you know. It is a Brian Tooley Stage 3 truck cam. So we'll carefully wrap this baby up in this here towel, put it in the car. Maybe I can talk him into putting a new timing set in the other one. Not that it probably matters, but I'm a weirdo like that. I can't go full sloppy mechanics and just go with it. I don't have that kind of luck, as you can see. All right. Well, I guess we've got about all the good out of this one. We'll get back on this thing when I get the other motor. And, start cleaning that one up, getting it ready to swap parts over. We're gonna have to get an oil pan gasket because it lost a little chunk here. We need head gaskets and oil pan gasket. And I'd like to see a timing set. I guess that's about it. Need to look this flex plate over real good, because that thing sure took some abuse with it breaking that connecting rod like that. It sucks. This actually is, I've discovered more situations where the hydrolock has done the same thing. So unfortunately, it's not a rare thing to happen. But I guess we'll stop it right here. Try to keep them around 20-minute videos. I won't make you suffer much longer. But thanks for watching Left 4 Dead Garage, and we'll see you on the next one.